Hey there, science fans! Have you ever wondered why scientists are always experimenting on mice? It's like they're the go-to animal for every scientific question. I mean, whenever a new drug is developed, we need to test it, make sure it's safe and effective. And who do we turn to? Mice! It's almost as if they were put on Earth just for scientific exploration. The Foundation for Biomedical Research, we call it the FBR for short, tells us that more than 95% of animals used in labs are rats and mice. That's a lot of rodents. But it begs the question, why mice specifically? Why not rabbits or dogs? What makes these little creatures the superstars of scientific research? And here's another thing. All these experiments, have they actually helped us fight diseases? I'm talking big ones like diabetes, Alzheimer's, even cancer. These are important questions, and we're going to dive right into them. First things first, mice are small, like really small. This might seem obvious, but it's a big deal for scientists. Think about it, you can keep a whole bunch of mice in a relatively small space. Plus, handling mice is a breeze. They're gentle creatures and their size makes them easy to work with. And here's a bonus, mice are incredibly adaptable. You can move them to a new environment and they'll settle right in like it's no big deal. But here's where things get really interesting. Mice reproduce quickly. Now here's something that might surprise you. Mice don't live very long. Their average lifespan is only about 2 to 3 years. But from a scientific perspective, this short lifespan is actually really valuable. Why? Because it allows scientists to study the entire lifespan of a mouse in a relatively short amount of time. They can observe how a mouse grows, ages, and eventually develops age-related diseases. This gives them valuable insights into the aging process and how diseases progress, which could lead to breakthroughs in human health. But with mice, scientists can observe the effects of time in a much shorter time frame. This short lifespan, combined with their rapid reproduction, makes mice ideal candidates for studying the long-term effects of drugs and treatments across multiple generations. Let's talk about money, or rather the lack thereof in the world of scientific research. Believe it or not, scientists have to be really careful about how they spend their funding. Compared to other research animals, mice are relatively inexpensive to care for. They don't eat much. Their housing is simple and their overall care is pretty straightforward. This means scientists can stretch their research dollars further and conduct more experiments, which is always a good thing in the pursuit of scientific discovery. Plus, mice are readily available. Now, you might be thinking, sure, mice are small, easy to handle and affordable, but how similar are they to humans? And that's a great question. Believe it or not, mice are more like us than you might think. We're both mammals and we share a surprising amount of genetic and biological similarities. In fact, about 95% of our genes are the same. This means that many of the diseases that affect humans also appear in mice, making them excellent models for studying human health. For example, scientists can study cancer, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, and a whole host of other conditions in mice, giving them valuable insights into how these diseases work and how we might be able to treat them in humans. And here's where things get really exciting. Scientists can even genetically modify mice to make them even more similar to humans or to develop specific diseases. Now, let's talk about genetics for a moment. Unlike many other animals, male and female mice share nearly identical genetic traits. This means that experiments conducted on a male mouse will yield very similar results to those on a female mouse. This consistency is incredibly valuable in research because it reduces the number of variables that scientists have to account for. Their genetic similarity makes them reliable research subjects, allowing scientists to focus on the specific factors they're studying without worrying about variations between individuals. Have you ever wondered what's going on inside a mouse? Well, scientists have been studying mouse anatomy for decades, and they've learned a lot. Mice have small, simple bodies, which makes them relatively easy to dissect and study. But here's the really cool part. Their internal organs, like their digestive, respiratory, and circulatory systems, are remarkably similar to ours. This means that studying these systems in mice can give us important clues about how our own bodies work. Imagine being able to zoom in on a living, breathing model of the human body, but in miniature. That's kind of what it's like for scientists studying mice. They can track how blood flows through their tiny veins, observe how their lungs expand and contract, and even watch how food is digested in their miniature stomachs. This detailed understanding of mouse anatomy, combined with their genetic similarities to humans, makes them invaluable for studying a wide range of biological processes. Mice have been used in scientific research for over a century, and for good reason. Over the years, these little creatures have played a pivotal role in countless scientific breakthroughs. From developing vaccines for deadly diseases to understanding the complexities of the human brain, mice have been our partners in the pursuit of knowledge. Think about some of the most important medical advances in recent history: the development of antibiotics, organ transplantation, even cancer treatments. Mice have been there every step of the way, helping scientists unlock the secrets of human health. Their contributions to science are truly remarkable, and their legacy continues to shape the way we approach medical research today. They're like the unsung heroes of the lab, quietly working behind the scenes to make the world a healthier place. So, there you have it, the amazing story of why mice have become the superstars of scientific research. From their small size and short lifespans to their genetic similarities to humans, mice have proven to be invaluable allies in our quest to understand and improve human health. But as with any scientific endeavor, it's important to consider the ethical implications. While mice have been essential to medical progress, there's a growing movement towards finding alternative research methods that don't involve animals. Scientists are exploring new technologies and approaches that could one day replace animal models altogether. What do you think? Is it ethically justifiable to use mice in research given their contributions to human health? Or should we be putting more effort into developing animal-free alternatives? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of science. Until next time, stay curious.